What's going on YouTube? Caden here. Welcome back to the Self-Made Fitness playlist. I know it's been quite a while. I wanted to get the supplementing video out to you. I've tried about 3 times now to film it over the last few months. But I just got back from GNC, got some awesome new products, so I'm really excited to film this video right now. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to go through kind of a couple basic supplementing points, tips, different products, and I'm going to also take you through my daily supplementing routine. Basically, the key supplements that you always want to start with for any sort of like weight loss, muscle gaining, any sort of workout program that you're really trying to be serious about. The really primary things that you want to have are a solid protein powder, which I already have a video on that. We'll go into it a little bit, but you can check that out on my channel. You want to have a creatine and a pre-workout, as well as maybe a fat burner. Oh, and a multivitamin as well. So those are the kind of the basic things that you need. But I'm going to go through a little bit of each. Just to start really basic, I know I did go through protein powders before, but I just want to go through a few different ones. So what I have been using, I know I was using the 6-star before. I'm now using Nitrotech by MuscleTech. I just got this bad boy, this 6-pound barrel of it. This is their new line, Whey Gold. I hear it's really good. I haven't tried it out yet. I usually use the Nitrotech Ripped, which is the weight loss supplement version. But now that I'm in a bulking phase, I'm not trying to lose as quickly. So going on to the Whey Gold with that. This, kind of follows all your major guidelines. It's not giving you any fillers, not giving you any extra sugar, any extra carbs that you wouldn't need. It's just pure protein isolate. So that's all you want. So that's that. Another one that I would take if on a day that I'm not working out would be, this is good, this is Performix. It's a newer line that's come out. They have really good flavors, and it's a more like slow sustaining release protein. So you'll see it's got all these like weird little like blue beads inside of it, and those actually kind of keep the protein sustained delivery throughout the day rather than just delivering all at once after your workout, which is better for the Whey Gold. So now that we've touched on protein, let's get into actual supplementing. The first thing that I usually start out with, just recommend everyone getting onto, you don't have to get anything fancy, but just a multivitamin, just to kind of keep your vitamins, minerals, and nutrients just kind of at a healthy base level, so that your body's performing in the way that it needs to and functioning the way that it needs to, for you to get to the optimum nutrition and your goals that you want to reach. So I use Platinum Multivitamin by MuscleTech. You don't have to get any sort of weird stuff from GNC. I mean, I do buy this from bodybuilding.com just because I get a pretty great deal on a bunch of canisters of it. But you can just get anything from just the grocery store or whatever. Any multivitamin that's pretty comprehensive, it will do well for you. So you definitely want to be taking something like that. Next thing is, I like to talk about thermo fat burners because I feel like a lot of people, their goals are trying to get leaner or lose weight. So I take these during my cut phases. I also take them usually once a day during bulks, just to kind of keep things rolling. As far as fat burners go, there are a couple different things that you can take. They're all pretty much going to be noted as thermos or thermogens, so that's the way that you'll know if something has a fat burner in it. I know that any line by Nitrotech that has Ripped on it, they have a pre-workout as well as a protein powder. Those are all thermo enhanced. But just as far as thermo supplements go, I have a couple right here. So the one that I used to take was Thermogenic Shred by 6-star. This is a line by MuscleTech that is actually quite cheaper than the rest of their products. MuscleTech is actually my favorite supplement brand, but they make a lot of different lines. So 6-star is one of their more affordable lines that you can find at like Stop and Shop, Walmart, something like that. And this is just, you would take 2 capsules. I think it was a 3-time-a-day thing. But this one did have a loading cycle, which was pretty weird. I'm not big on thermos with loading cycles, but it did work super well. So if you follow the directions, it works really well. I cut like 14 pounds in like a month and a half or something like that. It was crazy. So yeah, this is good stuff. And it was like $15–16 for the canister, so not too bad. What I'm using now as my thermo is Quadriline by RSP. This I got a good deal for bodybuilding.com. I had never tried it before, so I tried. I got a bunch of it, and I've actually been buying it ever since. I really like it. You're supposed to take it 15 minutes. Take 3 pills 15 minutes prior to a meal. I'm usually only taking it once a day now because I am bulking, but you can take it up to 3 times a day. So that's that. So thermos, Quadriline, that's what I'm taking right now. If you hear that noise, Hank really doesn't like these, so he was barking at the bottles, and it was making it really hard to do the video. So I had to empty one and give it to him to play with. You can see him kind of going at it, but yeah. So Hank really doesn't. He really likes to play with these, so he'll just bark at them until I give him one. So if you hear noise, that's what it is. Next thing is pre-workouts. So right now for pre-workout, I'm using Shatter Black Onyx Neuro. This is also a Muscle Tech product. It's one of their top-of-the-line pre-workouts. It's really good. This one's a watermelon flavor. They got a couple different flavors. But this one I find is comparable to C4 in terms of, like, it's comparable to C4 in terms of like how much energy it gives you and the focus, but it doesn't give you like as bad of the tingly feeling, which kind of freaks me out sometimes. If I take a little too much of this, it does give me that like at the top of my earlobes and it gets crazy, but other than that, it's not too bad. The C4 I find is just way too intense. And another good thing about that is the C4, you can build up a tolerance to it. This you won't build up a tolerance to. So, Shatter Black Onyx, it is pretty expensive. I think it runs $45–50 for this canister. I'm not sure. If you're looking for a more affordable one, 6-Star, as I said, makes what's called 6-Star Pre-Workout Explosion. Comes in a similar like chromey thing like this. With just the red label like that, and that's runs about $19.99 I think at Stop and Shop. So that's a great pre-workout option. That's a little cheaper if you like that. But I highly recommend this Shatter Black Onyx by Muscle Tech. It's really good. And then creatines. Creatines are super important for building muscle and sustaining muscle growth, as well as making sure that when your body is burning, you're not burning that muscle instead of your fat. So there's a couple different ways that you can do creatine because it's kind of an interesting thing. So creatine supplements often have a loading cycle to them. And it's of benefit to you to use a loaded creatine because it's just going to keep those levels constant in your body so that it's always performing that way, always sustaining your muscles. So my favorite loading creatine, and I keep like 3 or 4 canisters of these in my closet just to make sure I always have them. This is Platinum Creatine by Muscle Tech as well. You can get great deals on this from bodybuilding.com. You can get 3 or 4 canisters. It's like buy 2, get 2 free or something like that. It's crazy. So this comes unflavored, so that'll throw some people off. Some people like the really crazy flavors of pre-workouts and creatines. This one is unflavored. You just mix it with a glass of water or so. I usually do that in the morning, like with my breakfast or whatever. But the loading cycle, so you would do the first 3 days, you take it 4 times a day. And then once you've had the loading cycle, then you can take it twice a day. Once, I usually take it once in the morning and then once at night. But I use a separate creatine for my post-workout, which I'm going to talk about next. But this is a really solid creatine just for like keeping the levels loaded in your body. It's just pure creatine. So really good stuff. So that was the loaded creatine. And then I also take a quick delivery creatine as a post-workout. And for that, I use the Creactor, also by Muscle Tech. This is lemon lime flavored. I have a blue raspberry one that I keep in my car for the just to make sure I have it when I'm at the gym and whatnot. Because you want to take that immediately after you get out the gym. So I literally fill it up as soon as I get in my car. I make the bottle and I drink it on the way home. So this is Creactor. It's super free delivery, free acid creatine. I think you get 2.5 grams per scoop, and you get like 120 servings out of these. So it's pretty good deal for these. I think they retail at about $40. could be wrong on that. But they always have awesome deals at bodybuilding.com for these. If you're big into supplementing, I highly recommend going to that website because they have awesome deals all the time. I think I scored like $400 worth of supplements last time for around $150. So that was great. So Creactor is a really good fast-acting creatine for post-workout. What I'm actually going to be substituting that with for the time being, though, is what I just bought. This is my new toy from GNC, Celltech Hyperbuild. So this, instead of just being a straight creatine, this is actually a 5-in-1 post-workout. So it has your creatines, your BCAAs, it's got some glutamine, a couple great things. So anyway, this has actually more creatine than the Creactor per serving. So you're getting 2.5 grams of creatine per the Creactor serving. You're getting 5 grams in the Celltech, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So now that I'm kind of in crunch time for surgery, I'm about 3 months out exactly, 95 days I think now. So I'm really starting to take the building to the next level, and that's why I'm taking the Celltech. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, just for if you are trying to build, is a glutamine supplement. So I just picked this up at GNC. They have a lot of different ones. This is another plain thing similar to the loading creatine. There's a couple different ways you can take glutamine. Most people recommend taking it like before bed because your body's at rest for about 8 hours, so it needs that just to kind of sustain your muscles. But some people also use it as a post-workout. They'll take like 1 serving right after their workout. With the creatine, it's a perfect time to take it. You can mix it right in because it's unflavored, or in your protein shake after your workout, and then take another serving like 2 hours after that. So there's a couple different ways that you can take it, but glutamine's super important if you're trying to sustain your muscle growth as well. That's pretty much the supplementing that I've been using at the moment. I have a lot of other brands that I'll dabble in from time to time, or have good recommendations for different price points. So if anybody has any questions on supplementing or just wants to know how to use supplements properly, just shoot me an email, comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, I hope to have a couple more videos on the Self-Made channel up this week. Come into some more time now. So yeah, I'm going to get this rolling for you guys, and I'll talk to you later.